I don't know, man. I'm just worried, you know? Like, it's just a preseason, but Ullmarks struggling and shit. If the loss of Krejci and Rask are just too much to overcome, I mean, this could be a really tough season, and I don't know if I'm ready for a losing season again. I really don't know. It's just really, really tough when you have these expectations. You have expectations. You want the team to do well. Yeah, I just look. I gotta settle myself. I'm just nervous about the season. It's just really, really hard when your team has been so successful for so long and you just want them to take the next step and you have all of these expectations. It's just expectations. That's all it is. It's pride and expectations. Like, you know how that feels. Right. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is not a dub. Damn it. This was a tough one. This is a tough pill to swallow. This is one of those horse pills. Big old fucking things. This is tough titties all around. Not as tough as you think it is. I can guarantee that for a lot of you watching this. Feelings are high, emotions running rampant, but it's actually not as bad as we think, in my opinion. But I'm right, so it's okay. McAvoy gets the A for this game. That's very exciting. We're not sure who's going to be getting Krejci's A full time, but he is going to get it for this one. It might just be a rotation in the season, but I think that'd be kind of weird too. So I'm still on Team McAvoy to get the A. Ullmark gets the start. He wasn't as bad as you think, but he wasn't good either. We'll get more into him in a little bit. We do have some roster moves to announce. Callum Booth, Jeremy Brodeur, Jack Dougherty, Ian McKinnon, Andrew Pesky, Edwards Traumax, and Alex Olivier Voyer to Providence. None of that is surprising. We honestly shouldn't care about any of that. None of those guys were going to see ice time for the Bruins this season. It's fine. Rosters, lineups, here we go. Yes, we have way more NHL experience coming out, way more NHL talent coming out for this game, and we lost. And we lost pretty embarrassingly. Not we got crushed because we were doing the crushing for most of the game. It was just a game we really should have put away, and we didn't. I am ready for meaningful games now. This game gives me pause about that, but I really am looking forward to a game that the actual end matters, and I care about what the final score is, not just individual play. I know I sound spoiled because a week ago I was like, yeah, hockey's back. I don't give a shit. Thank God it's hockey. I missed hockey. But now I also want it to matter. So I'm just being a little brat about it. It's fine. So we're going through this. It's not as bad as you think. It's not great, but it's not as bad as you think. Puck drops, and 2 minutes in, it's PP time. Hayek. For interference, it's been all B's for the first couple minutes, as it should be, and as it will continue to be for most of the game. 40 seconds into the PP, and it's just a beautiful puck movement. Oh, God. The special teams top unit for the power play should be really good, whether they have Hall on it or not. It should not be what it was last year, which was stagnant by the end of the season. Puck movement ends on Bergeron's stick in the high slot. He fires a no-look tape-to-tape pass down to Pasta, who is on the goal line, just bumped up a little bit on the left side. Classic one-timer. It's lower than Pasta's usual spot in the circle, but holy shit, the angle of this one. Corner, far side corner, and out. It looked like it hit the post because it was out of the net so quickly. That's 1-0 on a power play goal by Pasta, and I want to get real for a second. I tweeted about this, and this is unfair because personal lives should stay personal, but this is in a positive light. Pasternak had the hardest imaginable offseason that I could think of. I cannot imagine what that guy went through. And I don't want to go into details. Anyone can quickly just Google it. He had a tough offseason. And to watch him come out, I was worried that when his heart wouldn't be in the game, which I wasn't worried in the sense of I'm going to be upset about it. But I wanted to see him be happy and playing the game he loves and still enjoying it. I was worried that wouldn't be the Pasta we get this year. Because just how do you emotionally recover from the loss that you had? But he was really having fun last night. And it's one of those things you just got to remember that these are just guys playing the game they love, just regular people. Man, it was really nice to see him smiling, laughing, deking through people and scoring goals. It's just cool to see. On we go. Let's get to some negativity. 15 seconds later. It's just a point shot from the right. And, I mean, the puck perfectly bounces off the boards behind Ullmark. Is Ullmark a little slow tracking it and getting to the other side? Sure. But it was such a perfect bounce. And, of course, Strome is right there. And he just spins it around and dunks it into the wide open net. Ullmark wasn't on the far side. Boom, boom, waboom. I'm not mad at Ullmark about that one. It's the first shot he faced. Pretty brutal, but on we go. It's 1-1. The worrying didn't last long. Ullmark has a huge save on a bad Grizz turnover. Big glove save, and you go, okay, lock it down. There you go. We used to see this with Rask, not to make that comparison like a lot of people are in the negative sense, but Rask sometimes would let in an early goal and then just shut the door. It's over. Like, nothing else is getting in. You love to see it. That didn't work out that way for Ullmark, but it kind of bad goal and then made a couple of big saves. Oh, and then an absolute beauty. Marshy takes his zone on the right side. He dishes the puck back to Riley, who's screaming down the right wall. Riley sees Bergie coming in as the trailer. Perfect dish backwards, right on the stick, and Bergie just steps into one. You thought the last goal came in and out fast? Again, looked like it hit the post. Top left-hand corner, bing, and out. 2-1. Top line's eaten. They were eaten. It was fun. One for Bergie, one for Pasta. Riley's going to get so many assists this year. It's going to be nutty. That contract's going to look really good. Freddy had a better game. He did have a better game, and this moment stuck out. Strong move to the net, which they've got to be preaching in camp because we are seeing it all over the place. Everyone's trying it. He just dives through 18 people and then kills everyone in front of the net. And by that, I literally mean just wrecks their shit. It was awesome. It was so fun for preseason hockey. I saw a lot of people laying out, diving to make plays. Like, people were playing. They were playing this game. Again, it's just preseason, but these games matter to these players. They want to win. 8 minutes left. Bergie goes for a over-the-glass clearance. That's delay of game. We're going to the PK, but shortly into the PK. Marshy's cherry picking just a little bit. Lyle gets the puck on a stick, sees him. Beautiful lob pass high. Marshy settles it well, takes the zone. And then it's just a little inside, outside. Robertson trips up, can't stay with him. Forces his way past him in the stick while he's just sprawled out. And Georgiev's just in his net. Just in his net. So Marshy just cuts it, backhand, high, glove corner. That is 3-1. It's a power play goal, and then it's a Bergie snipe, and then it's a Marshy shorty. All three getting on the scoreboard. You're feeling really good at this point. Really good. You'll continue to feel good, but things slowly unravel. We will get a power play. Rangers for interference, about 5 minutes left. Kakko gets a shorthanded bid breakaway out of it. Ullmark comes up with a huge leg save. $1:05 left. McAvoy goes for hooking. 15 seconds in, and it's just a shot from the point, and Sammy Blais is just completely screening Ullmark, and this shot had eyes, right? Goes top blocker. Ullmark never sees it. That's 3-2. I want to pause here for a moment. So far, the goals against Ullmark. There was that one, which had literal eyes, and we were not clearing the front of the net for him on the PK at all. Do you want him to make that save? Do you want him to have that positioning? I don't know. It's a perfect shot. Not a big deal, right? That's not really on Ullmark. The first goal, around the net, perfect bounce. I was pretty good going into the second period. It's 3-2 and going, you know what? Ullmark hasn't been great. He's allowed 2 goals on 9 shots, but he has looked a lot better than he looked in game 2 of the preseason. Second period, I'm not going to break it all down because it was pretty much all Bs. We could not buy a goal. Nosek makes strong moves to the net. He does not give a shit, this guy. He will do whatever it takes to get a puck on net. I love it. Stanika, 2 huge opportunities. One of them rings right off the post, but just can't buy one. That's frustrating to watch because, last year when he was in, he couldn't buy one. He has one already this preseason. It'll be fine. The period will end 3-2. It's just all Bs. I mean, they have little chances here or there, but they're not getting a lot of shots. Ullmark doesn't have a lot of work. He's staying kind of cold, and we are just careening down on them, line after line. 10 minutes into the third. It's all Bs so far. Hunt goes for a cross-checking. We get the power play. McAvoy with a bad turnover. He's at the top of the slot. Power play quarterback. This is an important role for you this year. Yeah, the puck just got to him, but it gets poked away quickly, and I think he had time to make a play there. It gets poked away. Rooney takes it in for the breakaway. Marchand's behind him. He gets him with the stick on the hands, so they call penalty shot after Ullmark makes the big save. Look, big-time goalies make big-time saves. This is a preseason game, the second game of the season for him. This is not a do-or-die moment for a real game. But this would have been a really good confidence booster. Rooney comes in, just kind of glides down, fires it low blocker. It's off the stick in a hurry. Fast as fuck, boy. Just gets by him. Ullmark doesn't make the save. It's just one of those moments where you go, I really would have loved a save there. Like, I know you're capable of making that save. I would have loved a save there. So it's a tie game. And we're going to overtime. Not much to say about it, but it shouldn't be a tie game. We go to overtime, and it is not fun for Ullmark. We're controlling the puck the whole time. We're a couple minutes into it, and Pasta, he's the last guy back, has the puck. They're trying to look for a change and goes, all right, I'll just pass it back to Ullmark. We've seen that plenty of times. In hindsight, maybe not the best move, but you're not going to blame Pasta for this one. And Bruce Cassidy in an interview after the game did try to go, like, maybe Pasta makes a different decision there had he known. You got to be able to trust your goalie with this. No one is in the defensive zone when Ullmark gets the puck. He has both walls to use. We're going for a change. No one's back, but you can just clear this puck. Or just cover it. And he just holds. And Lafreniere just comes right in, slowly, just boxes it out. Ullmark tries to clear it past him. Lafreniere, boom, in the net. And maybe this is going to be unfair. It looks like as soon as Lafreniere batted it down, Ullmark gave up on the play, which I didn't like. I couldn't really tell, though. So that might be an unfair criticism. It really did look like he just kind of stood there and went. So that's game 4-3. We do have a shootout. I'm just going to kind of go through this with my notes. Strome had a lazy 5-hole bid, saved by Ullmark. Froden went low glove, but Wall gets the pad on it. It was Wall in net at this point for the Rangers. Lafreniere, Ullmark, he's a little far out, but he manages to get the legs still on the save. Smith, nice deke, but Wall stays with him. Kako tries to deke. Ullmark the whole way slides across. Really nice work, I thought, horizontally. McAvoy just misses the net straight up. That was fun. Rooney, a lot of inside-outside, gets Ullmark in the 5-hole. They finally score 1-0. Pasta just walks up and nails this one low blocker. Nice. 1-1. Gaudier, again, Ullmark follows him the whole way, side to side, save. Nothing worried. Hall flies in at Mach 5. Lot of hand movement, loses the puck, trips on Wall's pad, and goes face first into the boards. That's kind of like, it's a preseason, man. Calm down a little bit. Sammy Blais, Ullmark, heavy commit on a pump fake, falls forward. Blais just flips it over him in the net, and Stud gets stone 5-hole. That's an L in the game and an L in the shootout. Tough titties. Game notes. Not seeing it with Lyle. This was Lyle's best game. And he did look decent. He had some oof moments still, but he did look a lot closer to what I expected from day one from him. He is not in the top 8 of our defensemen right now, and there's a lot of talk offseason about how he could make a push to be number 6. So he'll probably he might get one more game. I'm not seeing it yet. I mentioned this already. I was worried about Pasta coming in. That worry is over. He looks like he's having a lot of fun on the ice. Love to see it for him. Froden continues to be really solid. He is a fourth line guy. He's not flashy. He doesn't have the puck handling or skill or speed to be a higher in the lineup kind of dude to pot a lot of goals. Man, he's still just really, really solid. He is working his way up the depth chart, and there's just not a lot of guys I'm putting ahead of him for that fourth line spot if we have an injury or two there. There's a few, but that list is getting shorter, which is as big a compliment as I can give a guy that earlier in the season, in the offseason, I just went, oh, we're not going to see him this year. We really could. The defense, Grizz, skating is still elite. He tries to do the behind the back pass still too much, but God, this guy's so fun to watch. His tight turns are second to none. McAvoy and Forbort just isn't my jam. I think Forbort holds McAvoy way back. And it's going to be frustrating to see him have to deal with that this season if they decide Forbort's on the top line left side. I don't like it. I do not like it. Riley continues to be just amazing offensively. He's solid defensively. That contract's going to look so good. Loved what he was doing this game. And Carlo is still Big Daddy. So solid defensively. Looking to join the rush more, which I thought was fun. He's kind of sneaky, a good skater for his size. I'm really in on Carlo this season. I think defensively, he's going to have some great numbers. I wouldn't pick him up on a fantasy team, but defensively, he's going to be really, really good. More positive, Stanika can work as a 2C. He didn't hold the line back, I don't think. Now, is he a better option than Coyle, just line versus line? No, I still think Coyle's a better option there. But if you're trying to split up the talent, yeah, you could bump Coyle down, and I think you could be mostly comfortable with that line. It wouldn't be as good as it could be with Coyle, but it would be a very good functioning second line. Thing is, Stanika will not start early in the season on the roster, I don't think. There's too many veteran bodies in front of him. And that's just what it is. If Coyle has a setback in his recovery, Stanika's the first guy up, though. Now let's talk about Ullmark. I'm not wildly impressed by him this preseason. He's had 2 games. I'm pretty sure he's saves percentages like 0.86, something like that. It's not good. But these goals, perfect bounce off the wall, puck with eyes. I mean, a penalty shot, so just a breakaway, all the time in the world breakaway. And then the gaff at the end is bad, sure. But that's one of those things. Like Marc-Andre Fleury had those last year. I mean, come on. They happen. Those happen. I'm not going to hold that one against him big time. It's a preseason game. He gave the puck away and it led to the game-winning goal. Like, that's stupid shit that just happens sometimes. He still needs to settle. We have no reason to start with the pitchforks and the torches for this guy. It's so early. He's learning a new defensive structure. Just give yourself some time to breathe. And if you think Swayman's great, there's even less reason to panic because Swayman will get the majority of the starts. It has become increasingly clear that this team is going with a hot hand. They do not give a shit about contract. They do not give a shit about age. Whoever is playing better will play. Don't worry about this right now. Now, if you think they both suck, yeah, you can worry, but it's still early. All right, guys, that does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. Late in the video for this one. I guess you're supposed to say it early in the video. I'm still at that like 60-40 split of like 60% of my listeners are unsubscribed and 40% are subscribed, which is interesting. I don't know how YouTube works, man. But we are creeping closer to game 1 against Dallas, regular season. Very excited. I feel good with where the team's at. I do. I have some questions. I'm still worried about 2C. I'm still worried about goaltending. I'm nervous. But that's preseason nerves, and I get them every year. There is no reason this team should not be very competitive this season. We have easily enough talent to be. We trust our coaching staff, and we trust our culture and our structure. Will they be the best in the Atlantic? Absolutely fucking not. This team can make the playoffs. I think if we did this season 10 times, we make the playoffs 8 out of 10 of them. The other two are heavy injury years, and we just can't get our heads on straight. I'm confident that they can make the playoffs. And from there, let's see, right? Are we the best team in the East? No. That's okay, because we have a lot of hockey to play, and by the end of the season, we might be. We get to go into the season feeling that way. There's a lot of teams and fan bases that do not. Go Bees!